So today we will be discussing about resettlement and rehabilitation of project affected persons. What does this topic mean? First of all, this topic includes of two important terms like resettlement and rehabilitation. This two term is not known to us. I am considering it is not known to us. Then only we can go for the how to different aspects of this particular topic, resettlement and rehabilitation. Okay, of project affected persons. What does it mean? This mainly means resettlement means settlement. First of all, we will explain these two terms, resettlement and rehabilitation, of who project affected persons. Project means what? Project affected persons means when some important projects work is been going on in a particular place. Suppose construction of any building, suppose construction of dam or anything that is mainly indicated as project here. Okay, so this project, what happens, this project is responsible for affecting the life of many people. So this project affected persons, we will be talking about this project affected persons today, and this and resettlement and rehabilitation of these persons. Okay, resettlement means the uh, how uh, how a project is affecting the life of a particular person, how they are being thrown out of their habitat, and how their again habitation is restored to them. Okay, what happens in this category? There are many people is present in this category. Okay, now coming to the term rehabilitation, what does it mean? When you are giving adequate things to a person who is being thrown out of their habitat is known as rehabilitation. Okay, now coming into each of the terms particularly. First of all is the resettlement. What does this term mean? Population transfer or resettlement is the movement of a large group of people from one region to another, often a form of forced migration imposed by state policy or international authority, and most frequently on the basis of ethnicity or religion. What does it mean? Population transfer. That means when a particular group of people is not allowed to stay in a particular place and they are forced to move to another place, and and forced migration. See this term, forced migration. That means you are forcing some group of people to change their place of habitat imposed by state policy or international authority. That means some governing body who is engaged in this project. Okay, this project which we are talking about, they are forcing the people to move to some other places and migrate to some other places. So this process is known as resettlement. Okay, resettlement. Often the affected people is transferred by force to a distant region, perhaps not suited to their way of life, cause them substantial harm. What happens when a project is going on? So that place is required by the project. So the people who are living in that place, the native people, are thrown out of their habitat. They are transferred to a distant region where their way of life, the way they were staying in the particular place totally changes. Their day-to-day life, their source of income, everything changes when you are getting transferred. The loss of all immovable property, and when rushed, the loss of substantial amount of movable property is implied. Immovable property is lost. That means suppose the house, suppose the furnitures, and the land in which they are cultivating the crop, everything is getting wasted when you are transferring a particular people from their place of origin. Okay, this transfer may be motivated by the more powerful party's desire to make other use of the land in question, or by disastrous environmental or economic conditions that require relocation. What happens? why we are moving these people? This is very important, because we are desiring some project. That means suppose construction of some building, dams, anything which is required for our own benefit. We are creating some construction for our own life, easiness of our livelihood, that is causing that people to move from their natural habitat. Okay, that means, and it can be also due to disastrous environmental or economic condition. Disastrous environmental condition means what? Suppose in a particular place tsunami has occurred or flood has taken place, so the particular land is totally wasted. The land breaks down into pieces and it is flown away with the water. So that place is not suitable for staying for a particular people. To understand this point. So what happens when such things happens, environmental disasters occur, the particular place is it is totally relocated. The people are totally relocated to a different locations. Okay, now moving on to the next term, that is rehabilitation. What does this term means? This term mainly means the restoration of someone to a useful place in a society. That means when you are moving out some people from a particular place, when you are giving those people a particular place to live in, then which is useful for their stay, that is known as the rehabilitation. Okay, conversion of wasteland into suitable for use of habitation or cultivation. That means when you are converting a wasteland into a suitable land which is suitable for the growth of the particular people, is known as the rehabilitation. Okay, the act of restoring something or someone to a satisfactory state. That means when you are returning back the usual living place of a particular person, is known as the rehabilitation. The state of being restored to a former good condition. That means good condition means suppose a person is staying in a bank of a river. Okay, he is getting huge amount of water supply, he is cultivating land. That means when you are removing that person from its main source and transferring them into a new place, is known as the rehabilitation, and you are considering the new place as equally good. Okay, so what happens, uh, the next thing which we will be discussing is rehabilitation in detail. Okay, land rehabilitation is a process of returning the land in a given area to some degree of its former state after some process has resulted in its damage. Okay, what happens, suppose you are returning the land in a given area to a some many projects and developments will result in the land becoming degraded at, for example, mining, farming, and your forestry. What does this mean? That means when you are transferring a particular people to a land which is livable, I mean that livelihood can take place in a particular land, then that rehabilitation is known as land rehabilitation. Okay, although land rehabilitation is most often used to rectify problems caused by man-made processes such as mining, oil drilling, and other petrochemical related processes, it also helps to clean up natural processes. What happens, they are telling that land rehabilitation is a act which is done to rectify the problem of the particular place. Okay, suppose I will move on to the topic later on, which are the causes of the displacement of these people. So mainly the mining, some construction of dams causes the people to move from their source. That means man-made things are being produced, and due to that there is a problem in a particular people's life, and that life is related to the, and when you are rectifying that problem, you are offering land to that particular people. Okay. For example, natural disasters such as earthquake, flooding can also be used to speed up the amount of time necessary to restore the location. That means sometimes what happens, some natural disaster can also cause the cause the resettlement or rehabilitation of people. As I have told you earlier, that tsunami or flood, any natural calamities which cause the people to move from their particular place. You remember a year back when Foni cyclone was projected towards West Bengal, huge amount of people were shifted from their place of living to the your some rehabilitation tents. That means some rehabilitation center were set up in different schools in the rural region in South Chobbish Pargona. In that, what happened, many people were shifted from coastal area to interior land. Why it has been done? It has been done to mainly to save those people from the cyclone Foni. In the same way, there is a land rehabilitation occurring in the particular region. Okay, so not only projects but also some environmental issues can also lead to the rehabilitation. Okay, now the demand for reclamation or rehabilitation has increased during the last few decades as resource farms become increasingly environmentally conscious and new environmental protection laws are introduced. That means rehabilitation can be a costly process if there is toxic cleanup involved. That means rehabilitation can be a very costly process. That means it can involve a lot of money if you are cleaning up a particular place, or you are giving a proper place to live in for a particular group of people. So these are the points related to rehabilitation, how rehabilitation can be done, what are the pros and cons involved in the rehabilitation. All these things are considered under this rehabilitation point. Okay, now, what are the problems? We are benefited manifold times through developmental projects like construction of dams, mining, national parks, but why quite often the native people are displaced from their homeland. Okay, let me explain this point. Suppose you are constructing some building, a dam, or a national park, anything. You are doing this for the benefit of yourself. You are doing this for the benefit of the mainly the urban people. So you are benefiting yourself, but on the other hand you are causing a huge problem to the people who are staying in that native place. Okay, as the native people are moved from their project sites, from their displaced home, so there are chances that those people will not get proper place to live in. So these are the problems which are associated with mainly with the projects going on in a particular place. Okay, now causes of displacement. Displacement means when you are moving some people from their natural habitat. So there are some reasons why this displacement is occurring, why people are bound to move from one place to another, and you are making some people migrant. Okay, so what are the reasons? Dams, construction of dams, construction of sorry, mining regions and national parks. Okay, so these are the problems which we are facing when we are going for the displacement. Not exactly, I mean displacement is occurring when all these three things are occurring in a particular place. Okay, now this displacement, coming to the first one, displacement due to dams. What is happening when displacement is occurring due to some dams? Okay, the what is happening in the dam region? What is happening? The millions of people were displaced during the big river valley projects, and like Hirakund Dam, Bhakranangal Dam, Salem Dam, Pond Dam, and many refugees in their own homeland. Okay, so millions of people were displaced during the big river valley projects like Hirakund Dam, Bhakranangal dams. Then these are all the projects which is going on due to some dams. Okay, so all these dams are constructed to mainly for the benefit of the people surrounding the particular place. So and the when you are constructing this dam, you are displacing some people. So many people are displaced when this Hirakund, Bhakraranga, Sirsalai dam, then Pond dam has been constructed. Okay, case of Tehri dam. Tehri dam is in Uttaranchal on the river Bhagirathi. This has led to the displacement of 10,000 residents of Tehri town, and rehabilitation over here has become much more of a burning issue. That means these are the examples where millions of people got lost their homes. They were bound to move from from one place to another when they are subjected to some construction of some dams. Okay, now in case of Tehri dam, what happened? 10,000 residents were moved from their place of origin to a different place. Okay, so these are the different type of dams constructed on the basis of the different type of residents staying in a particular place. Now let us consider one of the cause due to the dams as our case study. Now in this case study, what we have considered the Sardar Sarovar project. Okay, in this project what happens, they planned to build 30 big, 135 medium and 3,000 minor dams on Narmada river. Actually, Sardar Sarovar project has led to the displacement of many people, and this displacement has led to uh, many protests and many problems in our country. Okay, so what was the Sardar Sarovar project? In the Sardar Sarovar project, they planned to build 30 big, 135 medium and 3,000 minor dams on Narmada river. Okay, and on the Narmada river, mainly these things were constructed. They planned of constructing. Okay, so what happened? Tributary is estimated to submerge 573 villages consisting of 3 lakh people. So how many people got displaced due to this project? 3 lakh people and 573 villages. You can imagine how many people's lives are at stake when you are constructing any dam. So tributaries estimate to submerge 573 villages, which consist of 3 lakh people. Now traumatic experience was considered for those native people. Families disintegrate, tribals pay the price of the nation's happiness. That means why nation's happiness is termed here, because as you are constructing a dam, you are bringing happiness to the life of the mainly the urban people, because uh, building of dams can provide water to the nearby areas and also can provide irrigation to land. But when you are constructing any dam, you are causing a very big problem to the tribal people and the people who are staying there, and their families also disintegrate when your families are getting disintegrated. In return, they should be provided with compensation in the form of land, cash, or jobs. That means it was settled that those people who were displaced of their natural habitat were compensated. That means compensation was given to them in the form of land, cash, or jobs. Land was also given, cash, and also jobs are also provided when those people are displaced from their place of location. Okay. In 1991, non-violent protest led by Narmada Bachao Andolan and was started. Okay. So Narmada Bachao Andolan was initiated in the year 1991 to protest the people who are staying nearby the Narmada river. So to save the Narmada movement. Okay. So and World Bank established an independent review committee chaired by the former head of the UN Development, Bradford Moss. That means for this Narmada issue, a World Bank also established a special committee to review the things, to know the considered. Actually World Bank moves forward when poor people are at stake. So when dams are being constructed on the river Narmada, so many people are getting displaced, and so this issue is a big issue. So this issue has led to the creation of a review committee in World Bank under the leadership of Bradford Moss, okay, in June 1992. So all these things had happened surrounding the Sardar Sarovar project. Okay. Now moving on to the next cause of your displacement, that is your displacement due to mining. The first displacement was due to dam, Next is due to mining. When mining occurs, there also huge amount of people gets displaced. Now, mining operations cover thousands of land and local people are displaced. When mining operation is going on, many people are getting displaced. Okay, so the mining things is also as much important as the construction of dams. Okay, now let us consider one case study. In the dam section, we considered Sardar Sarovar project as one of the case study, and now we are considering Jharia coalfields in Jharkhand as one of our case study. Okay, so the major problems caused due to underground fires and residents are asked to vacate. That means in Jharia coalfield of our Jharkhand region, what happens when mining was going on, underground fires are produced, and the and though if those fires are produced, people nearby are cannot stay in that particular place, so people are forced to vacate that particular place. Till now there is no alternative land and rehabilitation package for them. What happened? government does not sorry Government does not allowed any rehabilitation for these people. Now latest estimate shows that rupees 8,000 crore will be spent for shifting Jharia million people, while the cost for extinguishing the fire would be around 8,000 crores. That means so much money is involved when you are moving those people to a new place. And 8,000 crores fire, that means the fire which is being produced due to this mining will also require huge amount of money. That means mining is not a very easy task. It is involved many important aspects, like the production of fire, like the production of your many migrant people. You need to provide home to so many people when some coal fields are produced. So this is one of the reason of rehabilitation. This is one of the reason of displacement of people. Another important reason of displacement of people is your due to building of national parks. Okay, due to the building of national parks, we are uh, many people are getting transferred. Okay, so what is happening here? When a forest area is converted into a national park, it deprives the local dwellers of their ancestral rights. That means as a result, the tribal protest by starting destructive activities. What happens? Suppose a huge area of forest is there, so that forest was inhabited by many people, isn't it? Many tribal people, many native people. But when man planned of making it a national park, what happens? It removes all the humans from that particular place. So the tribal people living in that place are very much in trouble. So they are thrown out of their own home. So a national park cannot be inhabited by any human. It is quite natural. So they will vacate the particular place, and they will make the place devoid of any human interference, isn't it? You all know about it, that national parks are well protected, and and people or man are not allowed to enter without the permission. So all the people dwelling in a particular forest region which is being turned into a national park is being totally stopped. The living of such people are totally stopped when they are destructive activities were going on. Okay. Now, example of your forest is Wayanad Wildlife Sanctuary. Where is this wildlife sanctuary? It is in Kerala. Where, while building this sanctuary, what happens? 53472 tribal families were displaced. Number of people displaced in constructing this wildlife sanctuary was almost 53,000 people were displaced. So these are tribal families. That means it is not the exact amount of they are counting the families, and if you take in average that a family contains 3 people, then you multiply this amount by 3, and you can understand how many people are deprived of their own home. So this is a very important issue you need to address. While building this Wayanad sanctuary, what happens? There are many tribal families got displaced, and due to this displacement, many people are homeless, and only 843 families till 2003. This is a old data anyway, but you can understand till 2003 only 843 families could get the land. That means only this much of people can get the land from the government. Okay, tribals felt betrayed and have started encroachment into the forest. What happens when you are depriving those people of their rights? Then they are very much ferocious, they are very much aggressive, because they have to live, they need food for their survival, so they start encroachment into the forest. That means they started to enter this wildlife sanctuary and hunt wild animals. They, because they always have lived on these animals, they always, their livelihood, their whole uh, lifestyle is intertwined. That means it is quite related to the life of this animals, of this tribal people. So when they are deprived of their homes, they left the place and entered the forest. This led to violent encounter with the forest officials. That means when you are violating the laws of this national parks and wildlife sanctuary, you are getting confronted with the forest officials. Okay, so these are the problems they are facing when they are, and when this sorry, when these people are entering the particular forest region, they are encountering the problem with the forest officials. So the wildlife sanctuary has led to displacement of many people as your dams, as your mining regions. So basically displacement occurs due to three reasons: dams, mining, and the construction of the national parks. So the in each case you have to read about one of the case studies, and you need to understand how these things are going on. Okay, today we will be discussing this much. I will unmute you people to know what problems you are facing.